And welcome back to our show, and a special welcome to Tim Smith, voice of the Dakota Wesleyan Tigers. I got to ask this, being another old guy, how long have you been doing this?
Since 1974. I'm older than Mark Ovenden.
You are? Oh my gosh. Wow. What's the young kid got to ask?
On that note, well, the Tigers, they're coming off a 9-2 season, one of the best you've probably ever seen, where they didn't make the playoffs. How much motivation do you think last year's going to be?
Well, I think that's quite a bit. They were very disappointed last year. Lost only to two top 10 teams in the nation in Morningside and Doane, and really felt they should have had a chance to make the playoffs. But optimism is high this year. They're looking at bringing a quarterback back, a pretty good offensive, defensive line back, 18 receivers in camp, and a whole boatload of running backs. So things are looking pretty good.
Quick. How good is Dylan Turner?
Dylan Turner's very good. He was a surprise at freshman. First game, he was not the starter for Dakota Wesleyan, and then took over second game and proved he can run, he can throw the ball, smart quarterback, and he'll just be a junior this year.
All right, so Friday night you play Dakota State.
Right.
Josh Anderson's done a great job. He's got that going in the right direction.
He does.
How cool is it to have this rivalry back?
It's great. It'll be a big crowd, I'm sure, on a Friday night at Joe Quintal. And, you talk about Dakota State. They're a team that's really looking, I think, to make a move up, Mark. I heard Josh talk about the fact that it's enough for just to have winning seasons. And by the way, they had their first back-to-back winning season since the 1970s, these last 2 years. So it's been a while for them. But he says now it's time to take that next step up and make the playoffs here this year.
Presentation also a strong factor as well after a 4-win season, but very close games for them. Back to the GPAC, Northwestern, they're always a contender, in part because of what Dakota Wesleyan did to them a year ago. They missed the playoffs for the first time in a while. How do they look? How does the rest of the league look?
Well, the thing with Northwestern, you got a first-time coach, a brand new coach at Northwestern this year. For the first time, they didn't make the playoffs in 4 years, so it was really unusual for them not to be playing in the postseason. But they're loaded. Their defense has always been good. Their new coach Matt McCarty has been their defensive coordinator, so their defense will be tough as always. I think it's a question of if they can score enough points this year to make a big run.
And of course, Dordt is a team that started a football program just like Presentation did with Andy Carr, building it from nothing. It's pretty incredible what both of those schools have done. We'll have fun with the game Friday night. It's going to be an electric environment. They had cars all around the field last year for the game, didn't they?
It will be. Yeah, it's a great rivalry. You got high school kids that played against each other, now taking the next step into the college level, playing against each other again.
Right. 400 on Friday night.
400 on Friday night.
Congrats.
Up next, we shift to high school football and the 11-man ranks. That's next on the KDLT Gridiron Preview.